All right, fam, let's start. Oh, this is the palette, fresh palette from Colourpop. Here are the shades. I love that the names are on the front and the back, and look how pretty it is. I love it. Okay, let's start. We're gonna start off with priming the lid with concealer. I'm using the Joa concealer and then blending it out, per the usual, making sure we have an even base. We're gonna start off with Slick. It's a beautiful nude shade and we're just tapping it all over the crease. And I'm starting to create a triangular shape. So I work it at the bottom and then go towards the crease. And going in with the shade Open, I'm using a smaller brush that will get that pigment going and keeping it in the crease. Since it's smaller, it will be a little more on the precise side. As you can see, the crease is getting a lot darker. And then using Funny Story, using the same small brush and really deepening up that crease and creating our nice triangular shape. Oh, it looks so pretty already. I really like the crease to show. So I'm just continuing to build the crease, getting it as dark as you want. I really like the crease to be super dark and defined, but not too defined, Okay, back with the concealer. We're gonna clean the lid up very little. We're not doing a sharp cut crease. We're just cleaning that area up so we have that space to work with. And I was not sure what I was gonna do. So here we are with No Doubt. And oh, such a pretty shade. It's a dual chrome, like green and a little bit of gold and purples. Not dual, it has like 3 colors going on now that I'm looking at it. I'm just tapping it all over the lid. Look how beautiful that is. And then going back in with the shade Funny Story and deepening up, going over those areas, per the usual. Getting my L'Oreal eyeliner and just creating a thin wing. I just felt like we needed it, And then I'm tapping over the wing so we have more of a shadow wing. And then getting some micellar water in this brush and cleaning that wing corner up. Oh, look how sharp it is. And of course, going back, reinforcing our steps per the usual, making sure everything is nice and blended and cohesive. Oh! Full face and everything, going in with my nude liner from LA Girl. You guys, this is my favorite eyeliner. It just makes your eyes look beautiful and big. It opens up the eyes really well. Grabbing a flat brush and using Funny Story, keeping it super close to the lower lash line and creating a triangular shape. You see right there in the inner corner. I don't know, it just gave us the elongated eye look, and then just building that up, keeping it super close, and then getting the buffing brush we've been using and tapping into Open and buffing that out. Again, keeping it super close. Using the shade Soft Launch, I wanted the lower lash line to be a little bit darker, so I kept it super close. You see, just give us that little dimension. And this is it. This is look number 1. Oh my God, this look. Oh! But let's move on. We got 2 more looks to go. Now starting off with P. Louise base, priming the lids and again blending it out. The shades work well with concealer and actual primer. I just always like to show you both. And then using the shade Dressed Up, getting a fluffy brush and hitting it all over the crease. Doing tapping motions will get the most pigment. It is a lot gentler on the eye. I'm not the most gentle, as you can tell. And I'm just building that color up right on the crease. Then again, creating our triangular shape. Using my color switch, we're going to be switching colors, but using the same brush, going in with Slick. And I'm just getting the edges, making sure those edges are nicely blended. Going in with Hands Down, it's like a burnt orange. We're building that crease up some more, really getting it dark. And I'm looking straight ahead so I can see exactly where the crease folds, Back in with our first fluffy brush, reinforcing our steps and those edges, making them nice and blended. Using our primer base, cleaning that lid. Again, we're cleaning up the lid, not making a cut crease, just cleaning it up. You can make it as sharp or as not sharp as you want it. Using Hands Down and just buffing between the primer and the crease, making sure that's blended well together so it's not too sharp. Using the shade Funny Story And now we're tapping at the end. Tapping will really get that pigment going, especially because we have a bit of a wet base. So I just continue to tap and get it as dark as I wanted it. And then with my finger, I wanted to get the edges, make sure that it's not too harsh, you know? Using the shade Do Your Thing. Ooh, look at this pretty shade. We're hitting it in the middle, and I'm also blending it with the brown, turning that brush around and using Endless. And girl, look at that. Look at that shade. So pretty. It's like a champagne, and it's so pigmented. Look at it. There was a little bit of fallout, so keep in mind, but other than that, it was bomb. And then I'm just blending everything together, making sure that all 3 shades on the lid are nicely blended and have a nice gradient going. And using the shade Funny Story just to, you know, reinforce our steps. Using Hands Down, once again, reinforcing our steps, just blending everything out, making sure it's nice and gradient. Cleaning our brush once again, using Slick. And again, we're just gonna really blend out those edges so they're not super harsh. Now you know I needed a wing. We went with the NARS Climax eyeliner. Just create a small, thin wing because our eyes are already popping. I just felt like it was gonna give us that you know? And I love this liner. It's so freaking easy to use. It's bomb. Of course, going back in with my LA Girl liner. You guys, this liner is the best. It's my everyday liner, literally. Okay, going in with Funny Story and a thin brush, keeping it super close to the lower lash line per the usual. I want to make sure I don't have spaces between my waterline and my lower lash line. So you want to get really close. Using Hands Down and just blending it out so the top and the bottom match. We got a matchy situation, you know. And guys, this is look number 2. Oh my gosh, I love this look too. Okay, let's move on to the last look. Look number 3, let's start. We're going in with More and More. It's a beautiful matte peach shade. And again, tapping. And I've been using the same 2 brushes. I just cleaned them off a little bit and it really works. Again, doing that triangular shape with our eye, hitting it on the crease and then tapping it at the edge of the eye. Using That's Life, keeping it close to the crease and really building that crease up, making it nice and dark. And this took a little bit of time. I had to pick some more product up and, you know, build. But I just love how beautiful it looks. It looks so nice. And then again, we are buffing out, making sure those edges are nice. Back in with our concealer and cleaning up that area. Very similar to look number 1. Back in, getting that crease, making sure it's nice and blended with that concealer. Using the shade O and Drama Class, mixing those 2 together. They're beautiful peach mattes, but they're kind of nude too. We're just tapping it all over. Doing tapping motions will really get that pigment on, especially because we do have that wet base. And going back in, of course, reinforcing our steps, getting that crease. Wetting my surface and getting the shade Goosebumps and an eyeliner brush from MAC. We're gonna create a beautiful wing liner. The matte setting spray will make this last forever. It creates a liquid eyeliner with the eyeshadow you use. You can do this with any eyeshadow, just building it up. Just love how this looks. And then I wanted it a little bit darker, so I got a bit of a bigger brush and I just added more of Goosebumps on top of that like bit of a wet base that we had, and I really feel that it made it darker. Using the shade On the Out and Genuine, hitting it in the inner corner. We needed this inner corner, so I'm tapping and then moving it up towards the crease. Then I needed to wet the brush because I needed more oomph. So once again, with the inner corner, you want to make sure it's blended in with the rest of the eye. So I'm just blending it in, and now we're cleaning up the edge, cleaning up our brush once again. And because there isn't a lot of product, we're just buffing out the edges. Full face and everything, back in with LA Girl Nude Liner. You can always go in with the brown liner or whatever liner you'd like. I just feel like this was using That's Life, keeping it super close on the lower lash line, building it up beautifully, and just buffing it out with the same brush we've been using. And you guys, this is look number 3. Oh my god, But don't leave yet, don't leave. I do have an outro and my thoughts on the palette. See you in the outro. Hello fam! Oh my god, look numero tres using Gettin Fresh from Colourpop. You guys, this palette, the moment I saw it on Trend Mood's page, I was like, okay, I have to show you guys some looks with it. And actually shout out to Colourpop because they sent me the whole PR collection of this and I wanted to try out the palette for you and show you just a few looks that you can create. I love Colourpop's big palettes. Like this palette right here, I will buy all of them because I think they're so good. They're so workable. They're very, very pigmented. Shades are very, very blendable. And I'm just loving all these greens. It's like totally summer vibes, but this can take you all the way to the winter with these beautiful shades, the fall and winter actually. Really, really like this palette. I think the shimmers are beautiful. Usually when Colourpop releases the big palette, their formula is very, very consistent. I haven't used a palette in which I didn't like. And this palette, you guys, I wanted to create literally 10 looks, but I ran out of time because it's really busy lately. So, of course, I did 3 looks. Let me know which one is your favorite look. And actually, Colourpop is having 30% off on their website for Memorial Day. So I don't know if it ends today, Sunday, because I'm gonna post this today, or tomorrow, Monday. I'm pretty sure Monday, but I'll list it in the description box and list all the info there. I didn't have any issues with any of the shades going on patchy, going on lacklustery, going on where you can't really blend it out. I felt like every look, I was able to do it super, super quick and easy, which is what we want, you know? You guys, I barely touched this side. Like, there's so much you could do with this palette. I think it's definitely versatile. It's workable. It works very, very well. It's affordable. You guys know Colourpop is the business. And yeah, I like it. I really think this palette worked out well. I think this is so cute too on the back. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. Have you got this? If not, are you gonna get it? Let me know. Do you like Colourpop's big palettes? I know big palettes also can be a little bit overwhelming because you look at it and you're like, wait, where do I start? Because I kind of felt like that too. But once you start dipping into the colors, they all really just blend to each other very, very easily. I found that the mattes are really buildable. Like I built this one, and this one on the crease and lid, and I just think they were so good. And this look, I just love all the looks. All the looks, you guys know, are my babies, and I wanted to make the looks a little bit different so you guys get good options. I legit wanted to do like 5 looks. I will do more looks on my TikTok, so if you're not following me there, I am there all the time. And yeah, I think this is it. Thank you to Colourpop for sending me this package. I was just so surprised and happy, and I'm just always happy when I can create fresh new content for you. This PR really helped, you know? So this is it. I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with me and spending a little bit of your day with me. Please let me know your thoughts on the looks, on the palette, which one's your favorite look. And you guys know I love you so, so, so much. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, click the button right there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.